Welcome to the Nightcap. I'm your host, Cindy Burbano, in for Carolina Sanchez. Have you ever been cheated on, or perhaps you're the one doing the cheating? We're gonna talk about that and much more. But first, we're heading over to the bar with my man, Jesse James.
What's going
So
on?
good to
How
see
are you?
Fabulous, and
Excellent.
I can see a little Baileys. What do we have here tonight?
We have sneaky drinks for your sneaky links that I'm excited. They're basically espresso martinis with a secret ingredient.
Oh, well, I need to taste this. Salud.
Salud.
And you're gonna have to tell us how to make it in a little bit. It's all about love, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and our dirty little secrets coming up next.
Yeah, what's up for a nightcap? Chill, you know, kick back.
Welcome back. I'm Cindy Burbano, and we have some of my favorite guests here tonight. My girl, Nitra. Hey, girl.
Good to see you.
To Darian, good to see you, too. What's up, my man?
Hello, hello.
And the beautiful Lena Lux. And my boy, you saw him, Jesse James.
What's going on? How you doing?
Okay, so show of hands. This is how we're going to start. Cut to the chase. Who's been cheated on?
Jesse, I'm sure you've been
Come on,
cheated
Jesse,
on.
I'm waiting for you.
Unbeknownst to him.
Even
don't
if
know.
you didn't know, you were.
Okay.
Okay, this is how it
Everybody's
is.
been cheated
Okay,
on.
who's done the cheating? Ooh, girl, it's all about affairs tonight. Tell me, why do people cheat? That's probably one of my biggest questions.
I think because they can. You know, it just depends on the person. Some people cheat because they're insecure. Some people cheat because they can. Some people cheat because it's just something to do. So.
Do you think there's a difference, Elena, between why women cheat and men cheat?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
A man sees ass and he's like, I gotta hit it. A
Why
girl
do you
sees
think-
money and she says, I gotta get it.
Well, I feel like women are a lot more emotional too. If they're lacking that emotional care in their relationship, that's when they tend to strand away. What do you think, Jesse?
I don't know. I feel differently about why people cheat. Like, I feel like it's something you have inside of you or you don't have inside of you. Like, I don't mean to sound this extreme, but it's like murder. You either have it in you or you don't have it
Murder,
in you.
affair,
And I think
same thing.
Some people have it in them where they can do that and they can justify it, and I think some people just don't have it in them. So for me, it's a hard thing to understand because I don't have that in me.
Right. So you've never done that. To Darian,
No.
you've been cheated on, I
Yeah,
see?
I've been cheated on.
What happened?
I mean, it's just women being women, you know.
Oh.
And, you know, women nowadays, they're more happy when they have like 2 or 3 guys at a time. So you just got to let a woman do her and just pick your feelings up, you know.
What do you mean women being women? What do you think about that, Nitra?
I just think that a lot of times when women cheat, it's like a lick back.
Yeah.
Like we're retaliating.
Because they did it first.
Right, absolutely. That, in my defense, that's why I've done my dirt, because somebody did it to me, and the Scorpio in me was like, let me show you how to do this thing.
But sometimes women like good things and they like eye candy. And so they see one guy and be like, okay, he looks good. And they see another guy.
That's men.
And then, no, that's not men. Men don't really be into all of that. Like,
Yeah, men don't care. They don't have any kind of
men don't have standards. They just do
Hole,
what they,
hole,
yeah,
hole.
that's it. All men do is see hoes and women just see, you know, and
I don't think
like-
that's it.
What do you think, Lena?
I think it's like you're not getting all your boxes ticked as a woman. So you gotta get this from this man, this from that man, and this from another.
So
Can you
you can
just tick
choose
your
and
own
make
boxes?
like one big person.
Because
like,
what man ticks
Yeah.
all the boxes?
No, that's what I'm saying. But just
They
tick your
don't.
own, just tick your own boxes instead of looking for a man to do it.
I mean,
that's how I would
found-
feel about it.
Personally, I found me a
But
girl.
see,
I've never looked for something I'm lacking in myself in somebody else. It's like, oh, I'm lacking this
Maybe
thing.
because you
I
don't
should
even
go
have a
get
box.
this.
How about that?
Well, I don't know, but
You
maybe
don't
that's
have a box.
but maybe that's why I've never cheated, because you know, if there's something that I'm lacking, I just go get it. It's not something I need somebody else to fulfill for me. So I don't know.
Okay.
Well, talking about cheating, where do you think people go and look for these affairs? Is it easier to do it maybe online? Is it in person? Do you go to a bar, Jesse? What's going on over there at the bars?
Oh, that's got to be the #1 spot. I don't think that's where like people meet to cheat, but I think that's where they meet up after they decided they're gonna cheat. I think the probably #1 place people decide they're gonna cheat is at work with somebody they work with.
oh, that's crazy. Because I always thought it was church. Because it's like it's like all the women always sleep with the pastor. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's fair, and everyone's dressed
What
so
church
nice,
are you
dude.
going to?
Now, you know what?
I go to
did.
TD Jakes.
Oh my
Stop
gosh.
it, you power bottom you. Listen, I did read an article where there's this Nigerian lady, she's a pastor, and she sleeps with her congregation. She says her vagina is anointed.
Amen.
So
Jesus.
she's healing
Praise
these
him.
men. She's healing these men.
Why don't you
But
do it?
I'm a
Because
Because
believer.
God told her to do it,
Yes,
so she
her
has
vagina
to.
helps them with their infertility and all this other stuff. But to answer your question, I think that especially nowadays, it's so easy to cheat online.
Yeah.
Because it's not even just sleeping with each other anymore. Like online cheating in some
You can
people's
have
book is
emotional.
liking another chick's picture, or that's like some type of online cheating. So dating apps, anybody can get on there.
Yeah.
There ain't nobody checking to see if you single or not married. A lot of married men are on dating apps. So it's crazy because that's where a lot of people cheat, and it's just a matter not even really meeting people. They're just excited to have like a conversation scrolling. So here it is, you have an Instacart of people.
Yeah.
And you're putting people in your basket, not necessarily wanting to check them out, but you get a chance to just scroll.
And coming up next, it's all about secret relationships and what they're all about. Stay tuned.
A secret relationship is a relationship that nobody knows about. Your friends don't know about them. Your parents, your siblings, no one knows. You guys don't post each other. You guys aren't seen out together. The only times you hang out is when you're like in the middle of nowhere. Now, the issue with a secret relationship is that it's toxic. If your partner does not want you to post them, doesn't want people to know you guys are together, they're either ashamed of you or they're entertaining somebody else. Granted, there are some people who do go into a secret relationship, like people in the LGBTQ community who have not been out yet and they don't want people to know. Yeah, of course you're going to be in a little secret relationship, but it can't last forever.
Ooh, okay, I got my girl Nitra, Tadarian, Lena Lux, and Jesse James. What do you guys think about that TikTok?
She's too ugly to be talking about the things that she's talking about. That's first and foremost. See, because I don't take advice from people that just not, attractive like that. So she's speaking on things that she's not
Yeah,
qualified
he's
to.
actually right. Like, I don't care who anybody loves or who you date or who you're attracted to, but if they're ugly, we can't be friends. There's no way we can't be
She
friends.
just maybe wasn't you guys' cup of tea.
Type, right.
Right, and I feel like she had a point.
Yeah.
Because she's been there. She's the one that.
She's the secret?
Yeah, she's the secret. That's why she was able to speak
No,
on it,
you
but
know
she
what?
doesn't.
Nitra, you haven't seen how low my standards are,
Oh my
okay? If
God.
I'm saying it, okay?
She just is not you guys' type. Now, being that I am a stand-up comic, I've always been private about my relationships. Like, if I happen to post a partner, like something's going over his face, because I'm like Drake. I'm not, I'm protecting them from the community,
Right.
not the community from them, But a secret relationship, I've done that. At one point in time, I dated a dude with a cock eye, and I didn't want. I didn't want Cookie Monster in the streets. Like it was cool to kick it,
But it was good.
awesome.
It was good in the bed. You loved hanging out with him. He just wasn't, the
I mean, the
cutest guy on
bed
the block.
wasn't all of that, but it was, it was for financial purposes. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But it was just not enough for him to see the friends and.
Ay, Lena, have you ever hidden someone? I mean, no one's hiding you. Hello.
Actually, my partner hides me.
What?
And I'm perfectly okay with it because of my position as an OnlyFans model and her position. She has a very high corporate position of power. And so that mingling into her affairs would probably look negative on her, so it doesn't bother me at all.
But see, I understand that. It's we've been together for like a year and a half, and he still doesn't put me on Instagram. He's probably cheating. He's probably got another family.
No.
Something. What do you mean, no?
No.
I don't. Like I said, sometimes it's just better to be private. Like I don't need I post everything else. I post my career.
No,
Yeah.
I don't need to post my
at a
partner
year,
like
there's
that.
a limit to that, and
I
a
agree.
year is definitely way past that
been
limit.
together
Because I
2
agree with
years.
you 100%. I'm a very private person, and
Yeah.
I don't want a new partner integrating themselves into my community. So if
Yeah.
something happens with us now, I have to see you all the time because you're already into my community. So I
Exactly.
won't bring people in, post the pictures, introduce them all to my friends until I know it's serious. But you're talking 3 to 6 months.
But I'm telling you, one thing is to be private, because in my personal relationship, it's the same. No, everybody knows I'm engaged. You tell me how many people know his name or have rarely
I
see
don't know his
pic-
name, but I know he liked that dead cow sex.
Well, you know, that's what got me the ring, girl. That's a whole other topic. But no, it's okay to be private. It's not okay to be secret. I feel
I agree with
that's the
that.
difference.
Yeah.
You know, you can try to protect them, but
But
don't
what's really
hide
the
them.
difference, though? Like,
Because they're trying to hide you, like like I'm single. I'm acting single on,
But do
you know,
your
let's say
friends,
And
on
you're-
social
do your
Can I
media.
give you an
friends, your
example?
friends knew cockeyed Joe?
no, maybe one.
That's not a secret then, baby.
No. Only reason why she knew it was for like safety purposes. You know, it's like every time we hung out, I'm like, hey, we are going here. This is license plate. Boom. You know what I'm saying?
wanna
That
give you an
she knew
example.
of him just for the sake of safety purposes.
I don't really
Yeah.
think that that's a relationship then. Did y'all share a relationship?
We
Or
did.
just
We
sneaky link?
lived together. We had a situation.
Oh,
We had a
wow.
situation.
Okay,
I
well,
just wasn't ready for that. Like not with him.
I mean,
no.
not judging.
No,
You do
I
you.
just
each
kept
your
thinking
own.
about the cockeye and potential baby. It just was not.
Oh my goodness.
It
Well,
wasn't.
I don't know what's going on there, but I do want to hear about what Jesse wants to tell us. He is very.
I was just thought of an example myself. I dated this girl a long time ago who was going through a divorce and a separation. So
Yeah.
she understandably wanted to hide me from her husband because she was going through all this personal stuff. But it was like the worst feeling in the world. Like we'd go to the mall and if she'd see somebody, she'd be like, "Oh, you have to hide. I can't be seen with you."
Yeah,
and she
that's
did
not
that
okay.
stuff all the time. So you won't be surprised to find out at all that they were still very married and still very
Exactly.
much seeing
And
each
see,
other
that's
the
what I'm
entire
scared of.
time we were hooking up.
Oh my God. Okay.
And he
well-
was a Navy SEAL. I didn't find that out till he called my phone.
Oh my goodness.
Terrifying.
Did he hoorah when he called you?
He called my phone. He's like, "Do you know who I am?" I was like, "I have no idea." He's like, "I'm Marie's husband." I was like, "Okay." He's like, "I'm a Navy SEAL." I was like, "Oh."
Oh my gosh. On that note, coming up next, we're going to keep talking about secret affairs and what goes on in, I don't know, maybe the office or a working environment. That and much more coming up next. Welcome back. We're talking about secret affairs. We got my girl Nitra, Tadarian, Lena Lux, and Jesse James. Did you guys know that 82% of affairs that go on in the office are kept secret?
I can imagine.
Ooh.
A lot of times you're messing with a subordinate. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody's of a higher, it's never really, unless it's a call center and they all sleeping with each other. But usually it's like a boss and a subordinate. You know what I'm saying? So
You can't tell anybody, or at least your other coworkers, because
it's
they're
going to
like, "Oh,
affect your
sleeping
money.
with the boss."
Yeah.
And usually somebody's married in that relationship.
Or both.
Or both.
There's nothing like a work husband though. I love those.
Those are great. I have a work husband. I have
Tadarian's
two-
my work husband.
Oh, is he? How
That's
do you feel
cap.
about?
No, I'm not. No, I'm
The
not.
way we fight?
No, you're not giving me nothing that pleasures
true.
me. But at the same time, the percentages and why that is so high at work is because most women have jobs. You see what I'm saying? See, a lot of guys don't have jobs because we too busy in the streets hustling and stuff.
What are you
and so,
talking about? Who do you think they're having the affair with?
I'm about
No,
sick of him.
I'm saying like the women typically in the workplace, they sleep with the same guys. That's why they can't talk about it because it's like, girl, I slept with James. Girl, I slept with Big James too. Jesse James. You get what I'm saying? And so and that's the problem. So it's like they don't want to know.
They don't be like, girl, I'm messing
right.
with Lil T.
Yeah.
They don't never say
They
that.
don't never say Lil T. They be like, I'm messing with Big T. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? They gotta add the extra to it. No, but seriously though, y'all, like that's why they don't really talk about it because women. That's why they call each other sis because they sleeping with the same guy.
Well, they're not all going to talk about it either. They might get fired, right?
That's
I mean,
what I'm
if other
saying.
people are like, it's their job
They're
is
at least going to
risk.
get judged, even if they don't get fired.
Or
You're
if
gonna have
they get a
everybody watching
promotion.
you and paying attention to you. Yeah.
And it's nobody business. We
Yeah.
at work. We should be talking about files.
What you mean it's nobody business?
It's
If I'm
nobody-
slanging that wood and I'm
it
doing
is.
a good job,
It is everybody's business.
talk about me. Talk about this
Nitra,
wood that I'm slanging.
It is
Tell them.
everybody's business. That's why
Yes.
they hide it. If your boss is sleeping with somebody on your team, that is absolutely everybody's
Why?
business because it's nepotism. They should
Yeah.
absolutely know
No,
that.
that's
why it's
personal
kept
business.
secret.
We're at work.
Well, what if
Long
they
as
get
they're-
promoted? And then now all of a sudden it's like, how funny, this
Right.
person keeps getting all
Well,
these
why
jobs
is that
or all
the
these.
factor? That shouldn't, like their personal business should not be a factor.
If you can't suck good enough to get a promotion, that's on you.
That's
but
on you.
most
That's
other
true. I
people
agree.
are definitely getting opportunities
How
from
did you
it.
get your promotion, Jesse?
By sucking a
Well, that's interesting.
Definitely.
We should all try it. No, just kidding. Don't try it at home. That is not good advice. Have you guys ever, we were talking about hiding relationships and like keeping them secret. For example, I was going out with somebody that was really a very popular, famous person. He's an athlete. Of course, he's got his thing going. I got my thing going. Well, little did I know that he wasn't fully divorced. I was keeping it private because I'm thinking, you know, I don't want people to know or judge. Well, he was keeping me private for other reasons. Have you guys ever been in that situation? It's more common than we think, right?
Yeah.
I felt horrible.
Yeah. Whew. It's
okay. Take a drink. Take a
We're gonna
sip.
start crying.
Nah,
Y'all got
because
tissues? Clean it.
because like, you know, when women see me, they just want to post me, and I be able to tell them, like, ladies, like, calm down. You know, you don't have to let everybody know that you talking to a person like me of my caliber. You know what I mean?
I can understand your
it's kind of
pain.
hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, when I talk to women, I have to have them sign NDAs and stuff like that. Like, hey, don't speak too much. Don't let everybody know, because then when you're bragging about me, then other women are going to become interested. And now I got to fight off all these women, and it's kind of hard. You know what I'm saying? It gets hard out there.
Is this what you do in your free time? Is just dream up all these problems for
You know,
yourself?
I wish it was this funny on stage because this is hilarious. You know what? Like, we were talking on the break, and I was explaining that, like I said about my private relationships. A lot of times, like in the industry, it can also block your money. Like being a woman in the industry and dealing with like promoters and other people like that, they won't book you if they don't think they got a chance with you. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta wear your single flag. If you ever notice, and I'm just speaking on black women, a lot of like celebrity black women are single because number one, like you can't
pretend
really
to be single.
Right, because you have to protect your assets and your money. And I remember like when I used to bring my ex-boyfriend to shows, I used to be like, hey, sometimes I gotta smile and grin to sell merchandise, and he was like, well, I'll sell your merchandise. Okay, cousin, this is my cousin. go see my cousin to buy the merchandise. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But we going home together and we go and spend this bread. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you do have to camouflage it to protect your money as a woman.
Well, and that's wild, because it's the opposite for us completely. We don't have to pretend to be single. In fact, like us seeming like we're married is kind of disarming for women to make them more comfortable around us, if anything else. They're more likely to support us if we're married. Like being single doesn't help.
Well, it
me
depends
get
on
more
your
fans
job.
or more
Because
money.
like think about it, nobody wants to like a rapper that's married. You understand what I'm saying? Like
Side chicks? There's
Well-
whole songs about it. There's entire albums about it.
a lot of times,
City girls.
Like, a lot
Are
of
you
times
serious?
the labels want the males to appear to be
That's
not
true.
married, so that way it won't affect their
I
audience.
just feel like that used to be the
I
thing
feel like
back in the day. What do you think, Lynn?
Every major rapper is married though.
now,
Yeah.
but back in the day,
What
like,
we talking about right now?
what I'm saying, like,
Isn't
like
it notorious that women are way more likely to pursue a married man than a single man because of what they offered as far
Yes,
as
but you
comfort
can't
and
say that about
compatibility?
women.
Security.
You can't
You
say
can't
that.
say that about
You can't-
women. Yes,
That's right. You can't.
off
We
the
have to
record, they are.
pretend.
It's like soon as a woman hear that you got a girlfriend or a wife, gobble gobble gobble.
Oh, it's crazy. The nights I wear my wedding ring, at work, I get hammered and hit
What?
on.
You know why?
Way
Because
more
we
than
get
what I
it.
don't.
You know, I think
you
they
take off that ring right now. Okay,
get
that's
excited
it. We're not
about-
engaged.
I think they get excited about the lack of having to deal with your ass on a regular basis. But like, okay, he's married. Okay, I can see him every Friday from 6 to 8:30, and I'm gonna drink at a discounted price because Jesse's working. You understand what I'm saying? So it's
my
like
goodness.
it shakes hands. You know, it's both ways.
So it
Very
goes back
sneaky.
to
It's very sneaky.
it goes back to women always want what another woman has, and that's
my
why
goodness.
it's so hard being me.
It's so hard being to Darian. And on that note, we're gonna head over to the bar because Jesse, I need to know how to make these espresso martinis next. We're behind the bar with my man Jesse James, and
going
we're
on,
gonna
Back that glass up.
Sneaky drinks.
The
Okay,
sneaky
tell me all
drinks.
about this. I love it.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna hit it with a little swirl of chocolate.
Love that. Is it just to make it pretty or because you like the chocolate?
Both. It does both, which is excellent. And we're gonna add some cold brew from Cruiser Cold Brew, which is local here in Houston. They make excellent coffee. A
Yum.
little bit of whipped cream vodka. A little extra strong
Yeah, I
for
love
you.
that. I love
Definitely.
it. Now tell me, behind the bar, what have you seen at the bar? I'm sure you've caught a lot of people cheating.
I've seen a lot of wild stuff, but this weekend is probably one of the wilder ones I saw. Our door guys were standing out front of the club, and this really pretty girl walked up and started asking us about what we had going on that night. And this way less pretty girl ran up and started kicking The pretty girl out of nowhere. It was terrifying. And she looked like she had a blood feud with this girl. So we finally broke it up. We're like, you have to let go of her. And she's holding a chunk of her hair. She's like, I did let go of her. I've only got her hair now. It's like, you gotta let go of her.
I'm like, not the extensions.
Oh, dude, she had it all too. And you know, I hate to say this, but you know the pretty one was definitely the side piece, right? That was not the main chick, okay? I'm not trying to be ugly.
Well, you know what? They do cheat with uglier girls. Let me just tell you.
Well, that guy wasn't. So anyways, we finally break it up, and push comes to shove that she was absolutely the side chick. And he had tried to invite both of them to the same club, but to different rooms at the club.
What? Who
Tried to
does
invite one
that?
to the back and one to the front, and they found each other. Big
Oh my
shocker
goodness.
there.
Well, big shocker. Now I'm really thirsty. I think
Definitely.
I need this. This is really good for that sneaky
I don't think
drink.
you were as thirsty as that side piece was. She was parched.
Ooh, guys, cheers. I love this,
Definitely.
Jesse.
Wait.
Oh, we need our guest come in here. Come in.
Bring it in.
Hey, Nitra. We're going to enjoy this drink. Thank you so much,
You're
Jesse.
very welcome.
Thank you so much, guys, for being here tonight. And that's all. That's a wrap. We'll see you next time. Cheers. Salud.
We've got every episode of The Nightcap, and we can go for hours. Download the Fox Local app on any of the following smart TV platforms and get in on the fun.